I'm sure that when you hear that there's a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2, that you're probably thinking money grab. And people are just, filmmakers are just trying to cash in on that brand name. But let's not forget that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is actually based on a series of novels by Lulu Wang, a pentalogy as a matter of fact, and Crouching Tiger was based on the fourth book in that series. Now, you gotta wonder, with the success of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, how can you possibly succeed in actually carrying on that storyline? Well, as it turns out, Harvey Weinstein and in a co-production with Netflix actually approached Ang Lee to make the film, but he opted not to. And it was decided by screenwriter John Fusco that they really didn't want to do like a rather basic sequel to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So instead, they decided to go right to the source material and took their inspiration from the fifth book, the final book in the series by Lulu Wang. And now that you know that there's a sequel and that it's coming out from Netflix, you're probably wondering, yeah, it's probably not that good. Well, rest easy. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny is a worthy sequel to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I was very reluctant to when I first heard that they were going to do a sequel. I was like, okay, but as the years went on, I'm thinking it's like, I guess this is never going to happen. Then all of a sudden, it just suddenly, out of nowhere, it's like, oh yeah, Crouching Tiger 2 is underway. So, but I had no idea what was going on with it, who was making it, and what the story was going to be, and who was going to be in it. But thankfully, as it turns out, the man that they did get to direct this follow-up was legendary fight choreographer Yu Wing Ping, and or Wu Ping Yun, depending how you like to pronounce his name. And he does a solid job of directing this film. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny, I guess I'll just make it short, just call it Sword of Destiny, is a very different film from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where Crouching Tiger was very much a lyrical, beautiful poem, and it was very amazing to look at. It had its own beauty, and it moved at its own rhythm, and it was just a beautifully told love story, action. It was fantasy. It was just a wonderfully told film that really brought wushu to the world, and really the world embraced this style of filmmaking and this genre of film. And Wu Ping does a really good job of not only bringing elements that we're quite familiar with in the genre, but still keeping it within the realm of the universe that Ang Lee first started with Crouching Tiger. And there's plenty. He's not trying to mimic Ang Lee, but he does stick to what works. What was most memorable from the first film was like a lot of the slow motion shots, and and most importantly the story and the performances. And returning in this film is Michelle Yeoh, returning as Yu Shulin from the first film. And in this film, it picks up 18 years after the events of Crouching Tiger. And there's a large group of people who all have their sights on the Sword of Destiny, the sword that Lu Bing was using in Crouching Tiger, and the Green Sword of Destiny. And once again, she must come to defend and protect this sword from the likes of Hades Da, played by Jason Scott Lee, who was the villain of this piece. Like I said, there's multiple story arcs and storylines that come together in this well-told story of duty, honor, vengeance, and it all comes to a head in a huge fight in the finale. Unlike Crouching Tiger, there was that long piece that developed the moving love story is absent from this one, but it's more about lost love as opposed to developing and flourishing love between people. But there's just it's just a really well told story, and like Crouching Tiger, there are fight scenes, but there are more fight scenes, but these are just as memorable and are a lot of great action set pieces. There's multiple fights, including one like in a tavern, of course the aforementioned finale at the end, but there's one in particular that really stood out to me. It was a fight on a lake, a frozen lake, that was actually really cool to look at and quite compelling. Now, I had the opportunity to see this in IMAX 3D, and I gotta say, if you have the opportunity or the ability, or there's a theater in your area that is actually going to be playing Sword of Destiny on the big screen, by all means see it that way. The film is coming out February 26th on Netflix, but if you have the opportunity to see it on the big screen in the theater, and especially in IMAX 3D, seize that opportunity and don't let it get by, because it was a great experience seeing it on the big screen. So, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny, I would have to give 4 stars out of 5. It's definitely not in the same league as the original. The original I gave 5 out of 5. And but it is very much a worthy sequel and successor to the Crouching Tiger and the Crouching Tiger Hidden Dragon series, and hopefully this will be a launching point for them to actually adapt the first 3 books in the anthology. So, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny, 4 stars. Definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of Crouching Tiger, and definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of Asian cinema, and just if you're a fan of cinema and in general, just do yourself and check this one out. It's definitely worth a look, and don't let the stigmas of it being a sequel to a much beloved film or the fact that it's on Netflix deter you from checking this out. It's definitely worth seeing. So if you like this review, hit that like button below. Have you heard of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny? Were you looking forward to Sword of Destiny? Have you actually read Dulu Wang's pentology? I'm curious to know, and please comment below. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do, so you can stay on top of my reviews as they come in. And until next time, we'll see you at the movies.